Want to welcome everyone to the first edition of Fireside Chats here on the Lions Den Live. A good one lined up for you today. 2024 resolutions. Have we made them? Are we keeping them? Or have they failed? Definitely the whole 2024 resolutions or New Year's resolutions has been done for years, generation after generation, passing down the tradition of New Year's resolutions. Whether big or small, the norm have to do with being better about ourselves, losing weight, being physically fit, and getting into better relationships. So the ones that do participate in this tradition, how have the resolutions been going? Have they failed within the first 24 to 48 hours? Sadly, if they did, it's still early in the year to make a new one or go down that list of possible resolutions and pick another one. For those that are working on bettering themselves, how's it been going the first 4 days of the year in this month of January? 31 days in this month. Are we taking 31 days to better ourselves? Or is it 12 months to better ourselves? What's involved with resolution as a whole? Is it started and completed in January, the start of the new year? Or is it a new year type of thing where we're spending the whole year to better ourselves, to be a better person? How about that? Wanting to become a better person. Are we deciding to wait till a new year comes upon us to be better, or are we working on that all the time? I feel like that's an interesting concept. We should always want to better ourselves, is what I feel. But life's anxieties may make it impossible for ones to want to spend a whole 12 months to better themselves, and it gets put onto the back burner and then becomes a resolution. And there are far too many distractions in life to focus on something that has to do with us. But when you really think about it, shouldn't we really be first? On the long line of lists of do's and don'ts, shouldn't our well-being, our aura, our soul take top priority? In the system that we live in, we are programmed to think about ourselves last and everything else first. Now, if you have children, it's a common concept to put the children first. Parents are doing this. We're in the grocery store. We're in the store shopping. We got stuff picked out for us. Sometimes the kids need something a little bit more. What do? We put our stuff back. We get the stuff for the kids. How about we reverse some of these traits and some of this programming? It's okay for us to think about ourselves. Because really, how good are we going to be to somebody else, even our children, if we are not taking care of ourselves? Think about the airplane analogy. When you have kids on the plane with you, You have your children. And what are you told? Pull down the breathing apparatus and save yourself first, and then extend it to the young ones. What good are we as a people if those that look up to us to take care of them don't have us? Or think about in relationships where we're living with someone, a wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, boo thing, part-time lover. What good are we really to that person if we're not even taking care of ourselves? When knowing that person met us and got to a relationship with us because of the appearance and the presentation that we gave. I feel like we should always be trying to better ourselves. If that's a resolution for the new year, for some, it should be a resolution each and every month, each and every hour to be better than how we were in the past. And how close was the past? Past was as close as my last sentence. That's how important it should be to all of us to better ourselves. Now, suppose we're spending this year to look for a new or a better relationship. Well, what's the best way to get into a better relationship or to find a better relationship or to know what type of a better relationship to look for and to seek out? Well, we got to better ourselves. The most important relationship we will ever have is with ourselves. If we got a good relationship with ourselves, we're definitely going to make the right pick. Because who are we going to look for? Who are we going to seek out? Those that put us at such a high level as we put ourselves. Anyone coming into the relationship equation will not be allowed to put us at a lower level. And we won't allow that as well. Relationships are always very tricky. What do we need? What do we want? That relationship with ourselves that we cultivate, that we build upon, understanding ourselves inside and out is what's going to help us determine the needs and the wants of the relationship that we're possibly trying to pursue in this new year. How about if we need an upgrade? The current boo thing, part-time lover, concubine, side piece, whatever everybody's calling them these days, maybe they're just not working out. Now, unless you're totally committed husband and wife style, that's a little bit trickier to navigate to just get out of. But if you have ones that you're going along your path in life and they are not following along that same path with you, why hold on to these people? Why are we holding on to these people? What good is a friends list and likes if these people are not along the same path and journey as we are? Let them go in this new year. Work relationships, personal relationships, romantic relationships, all are relationships. And if we've set a resolution for better relationships in this year, why not end the journey with them now to pursue and bring in those better relationships? If you don't like the man with the missing teeth, what you gonna do? Either you gotta deal with the man with the missing teeth or upgrade to a man with teeth. The woman with the fake hair, men, if you're tired of the woman with the fake hair, what you gonna do? You're gonna keep the woman with the fake hair if you got such a big problem with it, or are you gonna upgrade to someone with real, authentic, natural hair? Or are we just being superficial to begin with? Are we trying to get into better relationships But the relationships that we're already in may be good relationships. And maybe we're looking for something else and looking for something just a little bit more. As we grow, even by inches, even by centimeters, those little things, the quirks that we see in the other person, if you're beginning to not match up in particular areas, maybe it is time for an upgrade. In relationships as a whole, if we're parenting under the same roof, if we're co-parenting, let's all upgrade. Let's get rid of the title baby mama, baby daddy. Let's be parents. Let's be what we need to be for ourselves and for our children. What about work relationships? At the slave job, if we're feeling like the job may not be taking you anywhere, the career path is not along your path, well, let's broaden that resolution in terms of relationships when it comes to work relationships and seek out the career that's going to better align with the path that we're going on. Why stay at a job or go down a path that's not going to take you anywhere in your journey in life? It destroys your aura and your chakras. And whatever you have established, just to settle yourself into something that is simply paying the bills. When we and ourselves and our soul know that we can go and get into something better, why not take the path into that? Some will say, I'm happy with what I got going on. I'm happy where I'm at. But are we happy or are we just comfortable? All resolutions should probably be more like goals. Whatever we're setting out to do in the new year, I feel and I believe should be a goal. But maybe we don't want to mix goals in with resolutions, because resolutions, the majority of them, are meant to be broken. Goals have such a high standard. Great disappointment when a goal is not reached. But sometimes we make goals, we're setting goals that don't have a time frame to even get to that goal. A resolution is something that we're just putting out there that we're going to make progress on in the new year. If the resolution is broken or doesn't work out, it's okay. Minimal sadness. But when the goal is not reached, there is more of a sense of a letdown, because it's something that was on the list of doing and it couldn't get there, couldn't get to the finish line. So maybe the whole resolution and the goal or goals and resolutions should be reevaluated and look at them more closely. Could these resolutions really be goals? Or maybe that's why they're resolutions, like I said, because they can easily be broken and maneuvered and relaxed upon, so that if it's not accomplished, hey, I got a whole year. And if not, I just recycle it for the next year. But how long are we going to keep recycling our goals and dreams? Not even goals, because a resolution is not a goal. A resolution is a resolution. We can't continue to recycle our plans and our dreams just because we can't get to them. Because I would feel like we're letting ourselves down. Think of the definition of resolution. A resolution is a firm decision to do or to not do something. It is a quality of being determined or resolute. But let's be real, resolutions are broken all the time. But look at the definition of goal. It's an object of a person's ambition or effort, and an aim or a desired result. Should we be making resolutions, or should we be making goals in 2024, in a new year, in a new space and time? We're living on this rock called planet Earth. At some point, all of us are going to have to get out of that cycle, get out of the programming, and start moving ahead to a brand new horizon. 2024 is going to be a good year. I can feel it. I hope everybody else can feel it as well. I've never felt this way about a new year that's dawning. But something about 2024 has me so fired up that I'm not going to let anything take me off of that track of where I feel that I'm going to be going within this new year, onward into 2025. And we all know the road ahead is going to be bumpy. It's going to be rough. Not saying because, hey, I feel 2024 is going to be this great year and those to come, that it won't be filled with obstacles and grief and heartache and pain. That is life in this realm that we're living in. But since we know those things are part of life in this realm that we live in, let's continue living in the meantime. Transform those resolutions into concrete goals for this new year. Get out of the old programming and get into the new. Let's better ourselves, take care of ourselves first. Upgrade. Realize that the most important relationship is the relationship we're going to have with ourselves. No one can destroy the relationship we have with ourselves. Only us. We're in control. We're in the driver's seat. Four days in to the new year, as we're on the edge of the fifth day, I want all of y'all, everyone, to have a happy new year. And whatever your goals and your desires are, may you be able to reach them and accomplish them to their fullest extent.